Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Come on in. You're not hearing it.
Coins. Because, it's a beautiful day. Isn't it so come on, let's play. Forget the rush, you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Kick back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Begin it easy, won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Good morning. Good morning. Sorry about that. I almost forgot to turn the music on for you all to hear. All right. Let's see where I'm at. Hello, Annie7. Hi, Kathy Hand. Let's see who else is here. Just you two. Well, good morning, you two. How's everybody doing? Okay, Annie, you got Kathy in here. Let's see who else we can get in. Sending it out to a couple of people. Help me do that, and let's get some people in here, and we'll do the heart brain and get on with our day. Stacy, good morning, Stacy. I'm so glad you're here. I'm just sharing away into the messengers, hoping to wake some people up and get them in here. Let's get our genes in here this morning. Anybody want to see a gene this morning? I know I do. All right. That's enough of that. I'm going to get myself in trouble with Facebook, and I don't want that. Oh, I hope Deirdre's feeling better. I didn't send it to her, but if somebody will, just let her know that we're live. That would be a good thing. Good morning, Suzanne. And there's our Auntie Jean. Good morning. All right, let's go into our hearts then. We got some people in here. So let's go into our hearts and connect in the heart and the brain. Marietta, good morning. Joanne Castrillo, I see you. Julie Kiss. All right. Let's get going. And yes, I am in my fuzzy warm house coat this morning because I'm cold. It's 29 degrees here, and I am not going to be cold. I'm going to be warm and toasty. So, hand on the heart, and slow down the breathing. Add in the love. Just let the love flow first in your heart. Let's connect the heart into the brain to say, you know what? It's a beautiful day. It's a great day to have a great day. And as you're communicating with your brain, just do some loving kindness talk. I wish you well. I wish you health. I wish you love. I wish you joy. And then send that out into the world. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be loved. And you are loved. This is the place to come and feel that love and share it, giving it to each other. Kathy is 28. Yeah, I know. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking the cold. I was asking the angels last night where I'm going next month. I said, please take me someplace warm. Please get me away from the frigid cold. And I don't know if there is any place. I've just been trying to pay attention to what's going on with the weather. And yeah, I don't know if even Florida is any better off right now. How about it, Ricky? Ricky and Josie, my pirate friend. I don't know, Auntie Jean. I might have to come back to El Paso. What do you think? I know the angels will put me somewhere where I won't be shivering my tenders. But anyway, right now we're right here with each other. And Stacy, it's a bit warmer than the 28 you were at Christmas. Well, it's 29 here, so I can relate to what you were going through. Of course, you have more humidity, I think, than we do here. It's cold and rainy. Well, darn it. Guess I'm not coming back for it. So let's talk about something more pleasant than the weather. How's everybody doing? This is Thankful Tuesday. So what do you have to be thankful for today? And Kathy says, me neither. Bob bought me a big winter coat, but I resist wearing it because it's uncomfortable to drive with it on. I know, I get that. I have to totally bundle up for me to go out, and then I can barely put the coat on with all the layers. But then I get in the car and I'm like, oh, the heat's going to come on, so I don't really want all of this stuff. It's just, winter is just not my favorite month. Sorry, it just isn't. I know I said the S word, and Jean says, I think you need to run, don't walk back. It was 71 yesterday and will be the same today. Oh, sure. Rub it in, Jean. And right, Stacy, it's not my favorite thing to do either, driving with a coat on. I'm telling you, I think we're all jealous. Let's just all go to Auntie Jean's house. Okay, got room for us, Jean? We'll all just come in there and just huddle around and have fun in the heat wave that you're having there. Actually, I saw that it's supposed to warm up some where I'm at today. I hope that's the case because I don't want to be snuggled under covers again today. I want to be able to get out in that air, breathe it in, I did that yesterday. You know why I had to go out yesterday? I didn't go anywhere. I just had to go to my car because Jean L'Oreal, it's your fault. It's your fault. I had to go out into the cold because for some reason on my mind the night before was the can of Fix the Flat, and it's in the back of the car. Well, y'all know what kind of weather we've been having here, like -0 weather. And in my mind, I was going, I wonder what happens to cans like that if they're frozen. And I just had this idea that it might explode, and I didn't want it to explode in my new car. So I had to go out and check on it, but it didn't explode. I don't know. I guess it can handle that high or low weather, just like it does the high weather. And so it's still in my car. But yeah, it was just a thought. You ever have that? You ever have something on your mind and you're like, I better go check on it. I used to do that with boiling water or, leaving the stove on or whatever. I would be somewhere. I'd actually be at a meeting or out for the evening. And I would think, did I turn the stove off? Or, did I leave this on or something? And I would go back home. I would go back home and check on it because I seriously had in my mind that something was wrong if I didn't go back and check on it to make sure. Oh, it was your brother that gave me that. I was thinking it was Ron, but you're right. It was your brother when he took the screw out of the tire, and he gave us the can of Fix-A-Flat so that in case something went wrong and the tire went flat. Thank you to your brother for thinking of us. But it's been in the back of my car ever since we left Texas. And that was, 5-6 months ago now? Yeah, it was July, wasn't it? So over 5 months ago. Can you believe we're coming up on the end of December? I'm having a hard time with that. I'm like, this year cannot be over. It cannot. But it's approaching. And Kathy says, I have to take Marlena's car to get the emissions test done on it. But after that, I take her to get her nails done and my hair done at that wonderful salon you go to. Oh, Kathy, I love that place. That is where I first found out about fairy hair. And Auntie Jean, you are such a sneaky person. Auntie Jean set me up with fairy hair. So I have to figure out what to do and how to do it. But I'm going to have my fairy hair back again. I've only got a couple of strands left. I don't even know if you can see any of it anymore. There's a little bit left in there. No, it must have fallen out. Oh, there's one. Yeah. So Jean set me up with some more. And I can't wait. It's going to be so fun to have fairy hair again. All right. So I see not many of you are going in and reading the blog, so I'm going to continue to read it. And let's get some more people in here. Who are we missing? We're missing Sally. Sally and Tony are usually in here. So let me see if I can share it to them. I shared it to Linda. See if there's anybody else you all want to share it out to, and let's get folks in here. But meanwhile, the blog was Love Without Attachment. The quote from Anthony Hopkins is, my philosophy is, it's none of my business what people say of me and think of me. I am what I am, and I do what I do. I expect nothing and accept everything, and it makes life so much easier. I had a long conversation with a dear friend today about this very thing. It's really not my business what anyone else thinks or says. In the past, I have gotten upset when someone decided to spread lies and rumors about me. I let it affect me for a long time until I realized the only person hurting me was me. Someone else's insecurities are theirs and not mine. How freeing to let go of that bag of crap that I carried around with me. I spent months being triggered, feeling guilty over thinking I had done something, though in my mind I had no idea what it could be. As humans, we truly do such a disservice to ourselves when we let our ego minds feed us lies and tell us we are not worthy. Dear angels, I know that every experience is a learning opportunity. Some we think of as a bigger pill to swallow than others, but I know in reality, each one is equally important. It's hard for us humans not to make comparisons, however. We consider our lessons and our blessings in terms of little or big. Life would be less complicated if we could just see everything as equal, including each and every one of us here on the planet. Dear ones, to compare is again bringing in the element of separation into your thinking. Love has no dimensions or measurements. It just is. If you are seeing yourself loving even one person more than another, you have stepped out of your heart and into the illusion that some are more deserving than others. That is a judgment on your part based solely on a human concept of worth. You need do nothing to deserve love. It's not a commodity to be bartered for or to be withheld if you deem someone unworthy. Your job is not to judge, but simply to love, not the deeds, but the soul of each person. This is how you get beyond your limiting belief that another person can influence your own sense of worthiness. Whenever you find yourself starting to exclude another or raising someone up on a pedestal, go back into your heart because you have stepped into the ego thinking. In your heart, you will simply love without attachment. Dear angels, today I promise to stay present in my heart full of love. And that's the bottom line. I spent over an hour on the phone yesterday discussing this very concept with a friend of mine. And she had also struggled in the past with, thinking that other people were not loving her enough or not seeing her as worthy. And when we talked, it was such a beautiful conversation because I already had been in that mode. I had talked to someone earlier about a situation that I had experienced. And it's just letting it go, just sending love. Whenever there's someone that is maybe not living up to our ideal of how much love they should be sending us, we're in that judgment and we're doing the separation thing again. It's all an illusion. This whole movie that's playing out. I'm in my movie, you're in your movie. It's all just to help us see and understand what love is all about. And love has no strings. Love is just going to say, I love you, period. No ifs, no consequences, no conditions. I just love you. And when we can get to that point, it's so freeing because we don't have to say, oh, who did this for me? Who sent me this? Who talked to me today? It doesn't matter. I've got friends that I don't hear from for months. And then all of a sudden they'll send me a message. I had one lady, I've been talking to her for maybe 4 years now. And sometimes we talk every day. And, it was a beautiful online relationship. I never met her in person. I was hoping to. She's in California. And didn't hear from her for like the last 6 months. And she'd been going through a lot physically. And all of a sudden she texted me and I'm like, oh, it's so sweet to hear from somebody that you hadn't heard from in a while. And if it's a true friendship, if you have built up an energy and an interaction with someone, you pick right up, don't you? Have you ever experienced that where you were so close talking and then life happened? Life gets in the way of our friendships sometimes. And we have things that are going on that we deal with. But then when we connect again, it's just like we had never stopped talking or that life hadn't interfered, because we're right there, right where we were when we left off. It's such a beautiful feeling. I want to see what Kuan Yin has to say about that today. But I also would love to hear what you all have to say about it, as well as what's going on, what's happening in your world, and what are you grateful for? I would love to hear that. And thank you, Stacy. You're beautiful, honey. I love you. And Auntie Jean's calling in some people. We're calling in our Jennifer Langren, Kathleen Caputo, Mama Hada Bear, Grace Isis, Rosalind Good Vibes, Elena, and Meg. Meg watched our show yesterday. Oh, how sweet. I need to get over to see her. I want to go over and just check on her and Jim and see how they're doing. All right. So let's see if anybody else came in. Nope, I don't think so. I don't know where everybody's at. Is everybody on vacation? We usually have a few more people on here than this, but that's okay. It's us. We're having a party. And speaking of parties, we had the Christmas party where everybody came in and celebrated. Do y'all want to have a New Year's Eve party? I'm saying New Year's Eve because some people party on New Year's Eve and then don't get up on New Year's Day. So if you want to have a New Year's Eve get together, just let me know and we can most certainly do that. All right, see what Kuan Yin has to say today. Ooh, like this. Dream your dreams. Trust that the desires in your heart are placed there lovingly by the universe. You are meant to dream of what you dream. I like that. I've had so many dreams lately. I don't know if it's because it's the end of the year and there's a lot that I'm reminiscing about and going over. But yeah, I woke up at, time was it? Like 4:30, almost 5 this morning. And I had been visiting someone at their house. And in my dream, I knew who they were. I can't tell you right now because I have no idea. But it was a familiar place and I had been visiting. And then I woke up out of that dream and I'm going, no, I want to go back and visit some more. So I think I was astral traveling last night. That's right, Kathy Han. We're meeting at 2:00 Eastern time on New Year's Day, starting that day off with a tea party. I love that. So yeah, come on in. And also, I don't know if you all have heard the announcement. Karen Palmer and I are going to be doing A Course in Miracles. We're going to hold a half-hour discussion every night for 50 nights We might continue beyond that, but for right now, that's the plan. And we're going to start it at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So anyone who wants to come in and have a discussion at 8 o'clock at night, Eastern time, and then stay with us if you want, and we'll do chanting right after the discussion ends. So at 8:30, we'll be done with the discussion so we can go into our chanting. And that's the game plan right now. And what's different, I think, different and amazing about this offering that Karen and I are doing together, we're not just going to use one book. So there's the original, the blue book, right? A Course in Miracles. And then there's several other versions. Karen's going to use the sparkly version. I'm also going to use the version that's A Course in Miracles Made Easy. And we're going to use the Pound Grout version. So we'll do a lesson a day, and then maybe a little bit of something from each of those books of different perspectives on A Course in Miracles. And I think that's going to make it unique and interesting to do it that way. And then you come in to visit with us or to chat with us or even come on the Zoom. Maybe you'll have a thought, an inspired thought of what the lesson means for each day. So I am excited about this. I'm excited also that I put it on a meetup. And I was just inspired one day. I just heard this thought. And when that happens, I know it's the angels. And I had a thought to create a meetup. And on that meetup is going to be everything that I'm doing. Everything, all of the meetings, if there are angel circles, I don't know, I haven't heard that yet. But all of the events that will take place this coming year are going to be going through Meetup for the registration. So, and there's also the jot forms for those who want to register that way. Yes, we are doing them in an order, Kathy Hand. We're starting with lesson number 1, and we're going through the first 50 lessons, and we'll do one a day. So yeah, we'll start from the beginning. And you'd like to try that. Yeah, you don't have to stay for the chanting, but we did it that way on purpose. So we didn't have to create a new time slot. We didn't have to create a new Zoom. We're already going to be coming on to do chanting anyway. So we're just going to open it up a half an hour earlier than when we normally do, and then do the lesson and then the chanting to really break through barriers and remove obstacles and bring in miracles. That's what we chant for every night. Yay, I hope you can join us, Kathy. I hope that's a good time for you and for others to come in. So whoever's supposed to be there will be there. And I'm loving that. So I had posted, I believe, on Facebook yesterday, the link to my meetup. I would love for all of you to join the meetup. That way you get the message right away as soon as there's an event that's created. The vision board, I'm going to try to put that up there today. The vision board is called Clear Vision, and it's a spiritual deep dive and putting things out in front of you on an actual board with pictures or words or however you want to create it of what you would like to manifest for your spiritual journey this coming year. What do you want to bring to you? Do you want to have more awareness? Do you want to have more teaching? Do you want to teach? Things like that you can put on your vision board and put in front of you. And Kathy, you got the link and you joined the meetup. Yay, thank you. Thank you. I just created it. When did I do that? Like the middle of the month? Not that long ago. It's a brand new meetup. And I've already got, I think, almost 30 people that have joined my meetup. And most of those I don't know. I don't know where they came from. I don't know who they are, but we actually had one of them that came into our angel circle and got to meet her on the Zoom call and make it to meet her here while I'm in Colorado. So I know that the angels wanted a wider net thrown out there to let people know what's going on. You know, on Facebook, sometimes it's kind of sketchy if people get the information. I don't know how they share it out, or if they share it out, if they let others know that there's things happening. But I know if you're on Meetup, you are certainly going to get the information. So I'm excited. I'm excited that there's going to be new people finding us and finding this family of love. And speaking of finding, good morning, Sally De La Rosa, and good morning, Tony De La Rosa. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope that you're not too much of a frozen pea this morning. I have to tell you, I saw that picture that came across my screen when I opened up my computer of the frozen lighthouse in Michigan. Did you all see that? That was amazing. I wanted to just print that picture out. It was so beautiful, but I can imagine the coldness that water was that brought the frozenness, the frozen ice to the lighthouse and any other structure that was there nearby. It was beautiful, but in a way that I'm going, I'll just look at that from a distance. So let me see if anybody else is coming in besides our Sally and Tony. I'm so glad you're here. And Auntie Jean says, could you send us a link for it, please, for the meetup? Yeah, put it on Facebook yesterday, but I will also share that into the messenger group. And please just join the meetup. It doesn't cost you anything to join meetup. And then you get the information about what's happening. Your houses have twice the icicles. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is one heck of a winter storm, isn't it? One heck of a winter, because it's going down into the far reaches, down into Florida. And I know, Jean L'Oreal, you were cold there for a bit, just as cold as it was here in Colorado. So, yeah, not a big fan. And I'm hoping that it will be done. I'm hoping that this cold stuff is not going to play for another couple of months. When is our, let's see, it's Groundhog's Day in February, right? Do we have to wait till February to know if we're going to have an early spring? Let's intend it together. Let's put our hearts together and envision the way we want it to be. And let's bring in some really warm weather early. You know, we had an early winter. We can certainly have an early spring, I think. And Kathy says, I saw that. You should see the pictures Sally posted around her home on a smaller scale than the lighthouse, but wow. I will definitely check that out. I've seen a couple of pictures, but I didn't see the house one. I saw Tony talking about the breakfast, and that looked delicious. I don't do breakfast anymore. I've been doing intermittent fasting. Oh gosh, how long have I been doing it? Since early November, I think. Yeah, late October, early November. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It agrees with me. So I don't eat usually until noon. I stop eating. I eat nothing at night. I stop eating at dinner and don't eat until noon the next day or even afternoon. And my body thanks me. It just feels so good. And I feel the healthiest I have felt probably in years now. And no more of that tummy business that was knocking me out, put me in bed for a day. I don't have any of that. I just feel great. So I think the changes that I have made were the very best that could happen for me. And Sally says everything outside is frozen still, going up into the mid to upper 40s after Tuesday, and you'll lose a lot of snow then. We've lost almost all of ours here at the house I'm staying at. The Angel Mobile is no longer covered in white. I was out visiting with her yesterday, and she's happy to be shedding that blanket of snow that was on top of her. And Auntie Jean says, we are very unstable. The weather can change on a dime here. Yesterday, I even worked in the yard for a while. Yeah, it's such a different winter, isn't it? I feel that it is. I've been traveling around now. This will be my third winter out on the road. And I don't remember it being like this last year. Jean, I think I was with you last winter because I know I spent Christmas with you. And I don't remember it being like this at all. And we've had blizzards in places that haven't had something like that in decades. And they're calling the blizzard that went into Buffalo the worst blizzard ever. And so many people have died from it. So let's really pray for Mother Nature and pray for our planet, that we can get back to some semblance of normal, what a normal winter would look like, whatever that might be. Sally says, I have to venture out into the countryside this morning. I'll get some more pictures and post them of the area. It's absolutely stunning in the natural areas with the woods and the pine trees and everything covered in snow. Please do post some. It's so beautiful here in Colorado. I took a couple of pictures the other day when I was out with Ruth. I haven't ventured to try to drive it myself because I don't do well with driving on snow and ice. So usually I'm with Ruth and she's handling the snow and ice because she's a Colorado girl. And so she knows how to do all of that. But I'm hoping it's supposed to warm up, I think, to like 60 here today. So I'm hoping to get out and about today and hopefully get to the gym and get some movement, get some exercise in. I really need that. So that's my game plan. And then tomorrow I'll be driving Denise to the airport again. But I think it's in the afternoon. I think I'll have to look at my schedule. I live by my schedule. No, that's the wrong page. I think I'm going to be here for the whole morning show. Yes, I will be here for the morning show tomorrow. And then I take her to the airport after that. Oh my goodness, look who woke up. Our Blue Jean. Are you a frozen pea, Blue Jean? How's everything going up there in Vermont? We're just talking about some of this nasty stuff that's been coming through, and frozen peas and frozen houses and lighthouses. And yeah, it's just a little crazy right now. But in this moment, in this very special now moment, when we're all together, everything is working perfectly. I don't know if our Marietta is watching, but that's what she teaches us. And if we stay present, then we know that everything is working perfectly. And our Hope Wellington Marshall, hello. And Kathy says, we're talking about driving. I can, but I don't like it at all. Funny though, because I like to drive when two-tracking, driving through the mud, my one and only daredevil light. I see you as that daredevil, Sally, and I already know that Blue is a daredevil. I've been in the Jeep with her. we took Gordy's Jeep for a JoY ride, and Gordy was in the back seat. Our beautiful Gordy. He left his physical body this year and so missed. He was so much fun. There's our Marietta with EIWP. And Hope, good morning. It's afternoon for you, but thank you for being in here. And I hope that Zena is doing well. Let's see if we have any YouTubers on. Elizabeth, okay, from Mesa, Arizona. You know, Elizabeth, I'm hoping to be in Arizona soon. And our Oksana is here. Oksana says, good morning. I see a song out loud when I leave the house. The lights are off, the stove is switched off, the dock is being locked. You know, thank you for that, because I was talking earlier about how I used to stress over, did I turn the stove off? Did I turn the oven off? Did I turn that off? Did I turn the lights off? Did I turn the iron off? It really was a stressful time. And there were times when I would go back and double check. Good morning, Marlene. Good morning, Leo. You've been eavesdropping. Too cold to type. I know. We've got some frozen Floridian peas. And Oksana says, prayer for my guardian angel who is with me every day, by Lorna Byrne. My guardian angel, I know you take me by the hand every day. And because of that, I know I'm not alone. Thank you, my guardian angel, for being with me every day of my life through eternity. Amen. Thank you. It is great for everyone who feels alone throughout the holidays. That is a great prayer. Thank you. Grace Isis, good morning. You've been along with since Heart Magic, loving you on this Trusting Tuesday. Bubbles of trust floating to each one. Thank you, Grace Isis. And let's see if I missed anybody else. Some of your comments aren't showing up on the Facebook. There's Annie 7, Julie Kiss, Joanne Castrillo. Now I see you all. Hello, hello. Oh, I see your comment, Jean. The chanting was supposed to be 40 days, and we are on over 900 days now doing the chanting. So who knows what might happen with that Course in Miracle one. Okay, what else we got? I hope you love my pink fluffy. I got this pink fluffy house coat in Vermont. The best purchase I made while I was up there, because it's so warm and so soft, and it's a pink fluffy house coat type of morning. It's 29 here in Colorado. Kathy said, Bob used to drag race motorcycles. I always wanted to drag race a car. I love driving fast. My cars always have at least 200 horsepower. One needs the power when entering the crazy highways in Maryland. Yeah. And Blue says, Marietta, your boat kind of looks like a Novi fishing boat you would find in Maine. What kind of boat is it? I love Sweet Dreams. Blue, I could see you on Sweet Dreams. It's such an awesome, awesome boat. And Stacy says, asking for prayers before I sign off this morning. I'm creating a healing retreat at my home, and I will be doing self-healing. I'm retreating. I love that. I just love that for you, Stacy. And yes, let's all get behind that and just really love on our Stacy, helping that healing to come in even more fully for you and for all of us, P's. So any other prayer requests? I see it is time for us to start winding this down. Raymond, Good morning. Raymond Negron is with us. And Raymond, I miss you. I used to participate in the sound healing, and Raymond would be there playing some of the beautiful instruments. Good to see you on here on the morning show. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Let's lift each other up. We have a long prayer list, and we'll be revisiting that tomorrow. But for right now, we're just going to remember that it's there. We're going to hold each and every person that's been given to us for us to have in our hearts, for us to love on. So let's do that. And if there's anybody else that we need to put into the circle, Sally, I don't know how your grandkids are doing, especially Ben. I know he was having a time of it, and we added him into the list. So let's lift up anybody that needs lifting. I'm really thinking of our dear Carrie today, Carrie Klingon Butcher. She's having such a hard time after her mom passed. And let's just lift her up and remember her. And I want to remember my friend in California. Her name is Linda. And Linda is in hospice. And I know she would appreciate some prayers from us, just letting her know that she's loved. And Ruth has a beautiful couple that's here, Jeannie and Al, and they are on our big prayer list, but they're going through a really rough time right now. And Al's in hospice. Jeannie is not doing well herself. She's been having some mini seizures. So let's just lift them today and just really put our love behind those who maybe are by themselves. They live in a home by themselves. So lifting them up and letting them know they're not alone. And Blue said prayers for Noel. He wants to talk about moving into a nursing home or assisted living. Yeah, let's lift him up for that. And Kathy says Colin goes in and out of reality. I guess he just isn't strong enough to fully kick his addiction. Never give up. Don't ever give up hope, and just see him healed and whole. And just remember the writings from the angels last night. You know, it's his journey. And so whatever he's doing, you stay in your high vibration. I know there's the mother's love and the wanting for him to be in perfection. Just see him that way and let him learn whatever the lesson is he's here to learn. Okay, so Ben is coming out of it, and he still has some lasting things like the cough. Thank you for that update, Sally. And I know if Mama Hada Bear was here, she'd give us updates on the babies, Baby Haven and Baby Wyatt. Yes, that's right, Kathy. Stay positive. Oh my gosh, Sally, that's the perfect card. Sally drew a card for all of us for the end of the year, and it's detached. And the blog, which I read it earlier on here, is called Love Without Attachment. So if y'all haven't read that message from the angels, I mean, the card that Sally drew is just confirmation that that's what they're teaching us right now. Love without attachment, and just love. That's our only job. That's all we're supposed to do while we're here. It's just love. Thank you for that, Sally. And that's right, Kathy, or Stacy. Thank you for the encouragement. Yes, Kathy he can do it. And Ricky says Tom and Mary, Josie's in-laws, Tom's kidneys are failing from congestive heart troubles. Let's lift up the in-laws there and see them in their perfect state of health, whatever that looks like at the moment. and just ask for prayers for continued recovery and well-being. All right, so let's go now. The spirit here with me this morning. Not sure who it is. But when my face and my nose start itching, I know that there's an energy that's nearby that's trying to get my attention. Thank you, Sally. All right, so take a breath in. Stacy, not sure why I'm here. It's been tough in my life since September. It's been a tough year for you, Stacy. You've had loss this year. You've had illness. You've had a lot you've gone through. So you're here for us to love on. And Stacy says, I feel alone, and maybe I am supposed to be, who knows, but I have not felt this ever, and it's hard. It is. It's not easy. It really isn't. But when we can get that lesson that the angels are trying to get us to understand, that all we have to do is stay in our heart, just stay in the love. Let's do that right now. Just stay here in this moment and just love. So as you breathe into your heart and just love. Nothing else. Don't go into a low vibration of empathy or anything else. If there's something going through your mind as you breathe in, it's there to be healed. So love it. Love the thought. Tell it thank you. Thank you for coming up to me to pay attention and to heal. And then on the out breath, release it out. Let's do some hard releasing this morning. When we send something away, we send it away with love. So we want to put all the force of that love behind the release today. So breathe in deeply, breathe in love. See it coming from the great central sun. You might see it as a color. You might see it as a shape. However you see that love coming into your heart. And then whatever is on your mind that needs to be healed, whether that's loneliness, sadness, grief, anger, whatever it might be, just put the full force of that love behind it as you breathe the out breath. So it looks something like breathing in through your nose and filling your lungs completely. And then release it out. You're giving it over to the universe. Just envision, let's do it again. Breathe in the love. Just breathe it deep into your heart. See the love, whatever you envision it as. See that love maybe as a pink light coming into your heart. And now hold one thing that you want to let go of. We're coming up on the end of this year. Let's let go of stuff. One thing that you want to release. Might be anxieties, fears, grief, illness, unworthiness, whatever that is. Hold that thought and envision there's a balloon in front of you. You're blowing up the balloon. So when you release that energy out, blow up the balloon, whatever color it might be, blow it up. And now if your balloon is blowed up, tie it off, tie a string to it. We're all going to release them at the same time. So we're sending things up to the universe today. And the angels are going to help carry them up to the universe. Whatever you want to let go of, put it in that balloon. And then send it up. Let it go. You don't need it. We don't need to hold on to all of that stuff that's keeping us tied down to the 3D. Just let it go into the balloon and say, here, universe, take it. I don't want it anymore. I don't need it anymore. Just let it go. Let it flow up to the universe with the help of the angels, and feel the lightness that's inside of you now. And let's do some manifesting. And yeah, I agree, Sally, that Stacy is shedding some pretty heavy things. There's been a lot of heaviness, a lot going on this year for Stacy and for a lot of people. So if you released it into the balloon and you let it go, yay. Now, let's focus on what we do want. So breathe it in, breathe in that breath again. And what do you want? Do you want more joy? Do you want happiness? Do you want love? Do you want, I don't know, peace? Whatever it is, take that breath in, put all those things in there that you pray for, like for your son, Kathy, for whatever it is that you want, you envision that you want in your life. And there's another balloon. And now breathe into that balloon everything that you want to call to you. What do you want? That's the question of the hour, isn't it? What would you like to see in your world, in your life? And breathe it into the balloon. And then same thing, tie it up with a string, send it up to the universe. Let the angels take that balloon and take it for your manifestations to be blessed, to be touched by great spirit. You want laughter and joy and friendship and love. I love that for you. Breathe it into your balloon. But now, you guys, now that you've sent that beautiful balloon up, and that balloon had a color, however you envisioned it, however you saw it as you released it, I want you to watch it as it goes higher and higher, traveling up to the universe, taking all of your desires, all your wants. But that balloon puts the brakes on. That balloon stops after it reaches a certain point. It doesn't need to go any further because it has the blessing of the divine. And see divine carrying it back to you. See divine mother, Kuan Yin, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones, your ancestors. See them bringing that balloon back to you. And see it when it comes right up above you. See it break open, and all that wonderful desire coming right to you, coming into you, and covering you with a color, and covering you with those good feelings of whatever you wished for. Wishes granted. That's what the universe says. You want more laughter? Here, we'll give you more laughter. You want love in your life? Hold this and feel that love that's there. And good morning, Tammy Fisk. We're manifesting today. We're bringing that energy that we put out there to the universe right back to us and covering ourselves with it. And just smile. Just smile, because spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. And when we bring that into us, we're able to laugh, we're able to smile and hug and do all that wonderful stuff that we want to do. So, Sally, let's see, your comment is, if it's painful, then it's a life lesson. Learn from it and release all the rest to go to the universe. That's it. Just letting it go. And I don't mean to sound trite. I'm not at all, because I've had the painful lessons, and I choose love. I choose to stay in my high vibration of love and manifest in this way by releasing what I don't need and bringing in what I do need. So I hope that if it helped you, I hope that you can stay in that energy that was brought back to you. by the angels and spirit. And let's see the same thing for those that we're praying for. See them going up, all their desires, all their prayers, raising up to the universe. And the universe, God, however you want to envision the highest being that's in the universe, and the angels and spirit and ascended masters, they all give their blessing on those prayer requests, and then see it coming back as answered prayer, wishes fulfilled. And just love yourself. Give yourself a big hug. And let's do some love on the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you so immensely. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed and manifest away. You can do this throughout the day. Whatever it is you need to release, there may be things that come up during the day. And then bring in the blessings, bring in the love. Thank you, I love you, are beautiful, healing, magic words that we say every day. And don't forget to smile, Marietta's reminding us. So how about some Leo? Anybody want a little bit of Leo? I certainly do. So let me go grab him off of YouTube. And you see if he's playing yet. Nope, not yet. Oh, Leo. He likes to try to hide. But I always find him. Always. Here we go. Oh, you're so welcome, everyone. I love you so much.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peace for peace, on a mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today is a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of love. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy. joy. Give me joy, give me full of joy. Give me joy, give me full of joy. Give me joy, give me full of joy. Give me a cup of joy.
Ooh, thank you, Leos. And I hope the doggaroos like that this morning. Fancy purple pants. Oh boy. Oh, give it back. Hockey loves that purple. Okay. What a beautiful day. Beautiful morning together. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. Love you all so much. I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.